We've been skirting our financial responsibilities as a nation, running huge budget deficits, and we're facing the retirement of the baby boom generation and the huge costs that are ultimately going to come on stream in terms of health care and retirement support and the like. And we really have a question whether our economy can support that, whether we can really provide the benefits that we would like to provide.
I have a 7-year-old daughter. She will hopefully be bilingual, but I am of Latino background, so most people make the association that she's going to be bilingual in English and Spanish. Much to people's surprise, I am going to hopefully have her be bilingual in English and an Asian language, hopefully Japanese. I think in the near future, it's going to be the Asian community that's going to be flourishing with opportunities, business, culture, educational. And in order to prepare her, I'm doing what a parent would do, is do whatever's in her best interest right now, which is prepare her for the future by being bilingual in English and an Asian language.
Interesting. So if she decides later she wants to speak Spanish, that'll be okay too, though, right?
She could be trilingual.
Well, I think the advances we've had in information technology, in the internet, just the past 10 years, if that continues on an upward trajectory, I think that's going to really reshape society. It's going to continue to reshape the economy.
Yeah, if we start talking right now?
It's quite possible, yes.
Okay.
That if I do live to be 100, I will be the last old person on earth, and it will be extremely annoying.
Now, how will that come about? How would you be the last old person?
They will discover something that retards aging, but it will be just a bit too late for the people born in 1946, whom everyone has found extremely annoying since birth, you know.
So you'll be the very thin end of the wedge. You'll be the tip.
Yes, we will be the last old people on earth, and everyone will be thinking, get out of my way, so there's some space for the rest of us.
That is some serious stuff to worry about. How about a happy scenario for the future? Anything?
Oh, I think that is happy. You see, I'll still
You're still
be
alive.
there.
Okay. Got
what
it.
the heck?
Great stuff.
I think that will be, just fine. Something more to adjust to.
Born in 1943, does that make you a goodbye baby?
Yep.
And could you explain what that is?
Goodbye Babies was a mini baby boom between 1942 and 1944. We had a Depression era birth dearth, a sharp drop in birth rates starting in the late 1920s and continuing through 1942. But as GIs were waiting to go overseas, they wanted to leave something behind in case they didn't come back. And we had a real upward spike, 42, 43, 44, and then once we realized we were going to win the war, 45, births plummeted again.
I've recently reread autobiographies of my great-aunt and great-uncle who were born in Russia in the early 1900s, and I think about what their life was like when they were 16, 17 years old, living on a dirt floor, hand-to-mouth, no indoor plumbing.
Wow.
They didn't see an actual roof on a house or tailored clothing until they were well into their teens and came to America. So the way the world changed for them, and now that we know, given Ray Kurzweil's speech yesterday, that the pace of change is only accelerating. So given the way the world changed for them in their 80, 85 years on this planet, and knowing how much acceleration there is now, it's really hard for me to stretch my mind that far.
One more question. I know you do forecasts, not predictions, but when am I going to get a flying car?
I think we'd have to do some scenario work in order to be able to tell you that.
Fair enough, okay.
Probably not until the middle of the century.
Well, that's a common complaint, and it's probably because the animators who did the Jetsons were a little more creative than the CEOs at General Motors. But the flying cars, I think 100 years from now we still won't have flying cars. There's probably some logistical issues there, but you know what? We won't need them because we'll have virtual reality, so that instead of having to take a flying car to visit our relatives 1,000 miles away, we'll go into our virtual reality space with our goggles, our sensors, and we'll all be in the same room together. As far as our brains will be able to perceive, We'll see each other, we'll feel each other, we'll smell each other, we'll touch each other, and we'll all be in that room together. So I think the flying car will not even be something we'll miss.
Of course, in the virtual world, we could have a flying car in there. It'd be no problem.
That's true. That's probably where it will exist.
These were the hard questions. I have no idea. Why haven't you invented one yet?